Hello there folks, my name is Great Mighty Poe, and welcome to part 178, Elden Ring Reforged Master Mode. Alright, sorry, I just gotta pat the cat for a second. Jonah's just come in here, so he's expecting lots of attention. Hey? Yeah. Certainly not me looking for any excuse to not have to go in here, but we gotta go in here. We'll see how this goes. I may switch over to Adspur, or I may just leave. We'll have to see how bad this is. I'm expecting it to be pretty bad, though. Yes, you good boy, Jonah. Oh hey, a bloodstain. Why are there bloodstains? So our first randomized dude was just like a basic prophet. I guess the first thing they did is went and hugged Fear, which explains it. Rogier. Oh, he does Deathblight as well. Not very much though. Because Deathblight on players and NPCs got like uber nerfed because of PvP. Hey, Rogier down. And now we got the 3 with Lionel. Yes, okay. They've got Coil Heart. Interesting. And yeah, Lionel has good chasey spells like that, much like Garrus did, so yeah. Also, Lionel is very chonky, as you can see, which leads to him being able to poise stuff. Don't know what they're trying to do. I think there may be some kind of issue with certain binding runes not working properly, although I think they got fixed. Okay, this is much easier than it was in the past. I think the last time I thought these guys would have been on exploration mode, the old exploration mode, where, yeah. They were much harder. Also, that was pre-PvP update, so the player Deathblight was a lot worse as well. So this has been made a lot simpler, and I'm a big fan of that, gotta say. Although I don't like this Coil Heart dude. This Coil Heart dude's annoying. Screw whoever used Coil Heart. Ooh. That was just an FP generator, so a very normal spell. Oh, the big hit. Oh, we've got some in the bag. This is easy. And that's a starter guide. So yes, just basic starter characters. Okay. That was a lot easier than expected, and I am very glad it was a lot easier than expected, because I was terrified. But yeah, Deathlight was, I think, causing some issues in PvP, so it was, nerfed into oblivion to make it a little bit harder to actually proc Deathblight on people in PvP, because obviously Deathblight in ERR deletes your runes, and so there could be a little bit of griefing potential there. I'm a little bit worried about that actually. Like if you have like a hacker or a cheater invade with like some uber Deathblight thing, they could like delete all your runes instantly, which I guess is another reason why Deathblight should be changed, but I feel like Kern's pride will never let him change that, so... The only thing more stubborn than a mule is a modder.
I knew you. What is it you to deny us like the dogma?
No, want to be held.
I am the guy called yet you.
Do love this area. This area is very cool. This is why I made this a separate episode, is because, one, I thought Fear's Champions would be a lot harder, and two, I know that the Fear quest here takes a while.
When the first God wins out there is an and I before the time. When God but another and I must before the my hands will you still? When God but another and I must before the time.
Okay, so yeah. We have the portal here, by the way, so we can go to Lanedell if we wish from here. But if I can move, yeah, let's get rid of that. I don't want to have reduced health. Fear's Mist inflicts 2 true damage, causes death build up. So yeah, highly effective against the Tarnished, unless they run away like a little bitch, like I did. So yeah, we need to go get the Curse Brand. So I guess, more NPCs. We'll go do the Karian Study Hall. Fairly sure the level here is referring to the Inverted Hall, but I just don't like NPCs in general, so I've just left this place because I didn't want to do the regular version either. But I guess we'll do it now. Really surprised that Fear's Champs was a lot simpler. Like, I remember it being so much worse. It was actual misery. I think also part of that was the presets, because you didn't have, obviously, the online stuff then. I wasn't too sure if I had them in the codex, but then my brain went, wait, no, I've definitely fought them before. Yeah. Like, I remember Lionel's Deathblight being, like, an actual big concern. So, yeah. I'm really happy that Fear's Champs is, that nerf, though, because it's not a fight that should be difficult, because it just, yeah, it's not a very good fight. It's not fun. Got him. So Miriam definitely feels like they're at a lower level, but these dudes are quite chonky. I think they've probably scaled up. Miriam, probably being an NPC, probably doesn't get the same scaling stuff that they do. They've put themselves into a position where they can't hit me. Awesome. I'm trying to hit multiple of them at once because I have that style of attack, but it doesn't really work very well. And obviously this is where you get the Karian Glibblade staff, but obviously that's no longer a thing. So that's just going to be a Somber Stone if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's just Somber 3, which makes sense. they didn't teleport at all, and I'm very happy about that. Man, I remember this area when the game first came out. It had the puppet sorcerers in here as well. The noble sorcerers as puppets. It's like all they do is Glintstone Pebble, but you can imagine having them in here as well makes this place a lot harder. So they got patched out and just replaced with these ones. These ones were here as well, but there was less of them. It makes sense you'd find these types of enemies here. What is with this wall? It's glowing. Why is the wall glowing? The walls are glowing and I don't know why. I think the lighting in here has changed. It might have something to do with that. Oh, there's one behind me. Definitely thinking I want to put this weapon up with Flamberge in terms of weapons that I can fall back on if something goes wrong, because this is a really solid weapon. I'm loving this thing. Granted, this is a lower level area, so, you know, it's meant to be easy, but still. Okay. Rats, rats, where are the rats? Okay, I'm just kind of being a bit cautious and keeping an eye out and seeing if there's anything I need to watch out for. Oh, the rune piece on the underside there, that's cool, that's a nice detail. So I know when I invert this place to be one there. This does mean it's technically a rune piece unattainable because you're not actually flipping this place. So this rune piece underneath me, technically you can never get that, but you do kind of get that in an abstract sense. It'd be cool if they did the same to the item corpses that are up here. I can't see any from here, but there are some that are hanging off, and clearly the upside down ones, they should invert the item VFX and shove it on them like they've got an item. Okay, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I prefer to be rather careful up here. Awesome, cerulean seed. Where are those corpses? I'm going insane, I remember them. But now I can't see any. Oh, there's one. I think. Yeah, you can see him hanging off. There should be like an upside down item beam on him. Obviously, like, you can't do custom item beams because they're like... there's a set number. But you could do like a fake one. So... there we go. Just have to be a bit careful. Alright, lovely. That is the rafters here cleared out. Awesome. We can head back down. There are a few more puppets to kill, and that's it. So, easy peasy. I always leave these ones on the bridge because, like, I'm just focused on getting to Miriam as quickly as possible because, yeah, Miriam is very hard-hitting with that great bow of hers. How does she have Loretta's great bow, by the way? It's Loretta's spell. Why does she have it? Of course, the only GoldenEye one of these I encounter is in this place. It would have been even harder to fight these fellas. Alright, there we go. Cleared out. Nice and easy. Oh, we did get Magic Downpour, which is actually pretty okay, I think, in ERR, if I remember correctly. And then obviously the Cerulean Seed, which is also pretty nice. Lovely. Cool, cool, cool. Let's invert this place. And have some real fun with some hands. You can actually see some of the hands all over the show in this state here, and you can actually shoot some of them. But I didn't do that because I didn't want to. Let's actually just rest up.
Share them with me. Your thoughts.
Hmm.
Your ambitions.
Yeah, I guess we just keep going with dexterity. I mean, I've got enough vigor right now, I'm happy with it, so yeah. Because we're at, what, 50? Yeah, 50 thanks to our binding runes. So, yeah. And now we've inverted the place. That's one thing I love the creativity of this, just inverting the entire space. It's really cool. Yes, I've been trained in your ways, Miriam. I know what you're all about. Okay. Seriously. Of course they switched to fucking bullshit. They also had Slicer. That's another thing I forgot to mention. They also had Slicer early on in development. For that very first version of Elden Ring. Yeah. So Miriam used to be harder. Jesus. These guys hurt if they touch you. They just magic downpour. They did. Okay, well I'm out. I'm not dealing with magic downpour. I want to deal with this hand because he was kind of the issue last time. But he doesn't want to come down here. And I can't hit them from here. Also, she's got glint blades up now. There they go. Cool. So they do teleport after a bit. I don't want to actually go up. I want to get down onto this ledge. Thank you. Can always be a bit difficult sometimes. Alright, let me grab that. The Mask of Confidence. Yep, increased elemental defense. Obviously, like, it's the another version of the Celibus, so it's pretty good. We've got more hands over this side, so I guess we'll take these guys out while we're here. May as well. Man, the rolling poke is like the greatest gift the moveset devs ever gave to us. If the rolling poke didn't exist, great sword users would be in shambles. Or ultra great sword, colossal swords. Oh, yeah, they wander back up here. So, like, You don't even really need to go all that far. And there we go, Miriam down. Awesome. Thank you, Lion's Claw, for the nice save there. You can see that the dude didn't come back. That one soldier that really screwed us over. Don't know why, but he doesn't respawn sometimes. Even if you don't kill him, he just doesn't show up again. It's really weird. You can have some show up down here as well, but like... Yeah, here we go, here's some now. So like, yeah, it's a little bit strange, a little bit funky, but yeah, awesome. Got a Elden piece. I guess let's drop down. This is always so cool. I love this area. This area is just, it's great. It is exactly what you want in a magical area. There we go. There should be a rune piece around here somewhere. It was... Oh yes, it was on top of one of these. So... It'd be over there. Yes, I see it. Awesome. No rats here anymore, which is kind of sad. Alright, some glitstone fireflies. I wonder if we go back to the normal tower, if that one would actually be gone. I would imagine ERR thought of that. So I'm not going to check actually because I'm lazy. Some holy proof dried liver. That'll actually hopefully come in handy in the future. Ah, not quite bullseye, but there we go. Awesome. It's always a bit of a cop-out how they do a cutscene there, and you just transport it to outside, and you can't go back. It's like, I see what you're doing from. It's just a way to hide the fact that it's not actually there. I think Zuli did a video on it, and the actual inverted tower is below the main tower. So you're actually going down into the ground, and then you're teleported up here. You're going to notice that we're not going to be fighting a Goskin Noble out here, which is going to be interesting, because rather an infamous boss in ERR, another one. ERR's got some infamous bosses, man. Just everything ERR does is controversial. Like, Convergence does like all the really cool flashy stuff, and then ERR does the more technical stuff that is mechanically interesting, and people end up not enjoying it because sometimes they're a bit too complex for them. Whatever. So yeah, Elevator Noble, as he's called. We're gonna be fighting the Godskin Noble on this elevator, going up this divine tower. Rather than fighting on the British normal enemy. So yeah, it is a, I don't want to say difficult. It's definitely challenging. It's not easy, but it's not as bad as a lot of people will seem to think it is. Cruelty ahead. Try stay calm. Injustice ahead. Alas, such is Reforged. Injustice. Yeah. And like, you see how small this elevator is, so yeah, this is gonna be fun. There we go, and it stops. Stops here, which is actually, I think it stopped at a different place at one of the point, and it was quite dark, so... You can see his ring here is actually slightly larger than the one in Volcano Manor. You can sort of see that a lot of work has been put into the Scotskin Noble to make him a bit more fair. Like, he's very much not the same as the one in Volcano Manor. The one in Volcano Manor is a lot harder, in my opinion. Yeah. That has some technical issues where you couldn't do crits. Yeah, I really am just bad at parrying pommel slams. I wonder if they changed it. For fuck's sake, I just want to try. Okay, well, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna give up on the parrying because I cannot figure it out. Thanks, camera. Okay, cool. I did push B. Ah, you've got to be kidding me! Yeah, like, I had to lock off because I have some stamina, for fuck's sake! Oh, I was locked off, and I don't even fucking understand why I was locked off. Why was I locked off? I didn't lock off. Oh, I'm done. Yeah, I couldn't get an opening to heal there, and the black... Okay, yeah, he just kept doing the same combo over and over and over and over again. And like... Oh, what the hell, man? I'm dead. Why did he stance break? That's fucking fantastic design! Clap to the ER devs for having... I pushed B. Come on! I pushed B, but no fucking input because of course. What the f- Yeah, cool. Random black flame burn because I can't fucking get away from half this shit. Are you fucking kidding? Okay, cool, cool. I knew it. Can you fucking let me move? I'm dead. Fuck! That wouldn't let me do anything, man. Fuck, I just wanted to heal! I was spamming the B button. Why did my character dodge that way? I wasn't... finally! What the hell was that at the end with that fucking triple hit? With the bloody roll. Oh, that was stupid. Right, I don't think I'm in a very good mood after that one. That was not a fun fight. I don't think it's so much the Godskin Noble on the elevator, I think it's because of the ERR Godskin Noble on the elevator. So many of his attacks. Yeah, I think I explained it during one of my turns, but I'm gonna have to edit the hell out of this, so yeah. It felt like he was taking the driver's wheel away from me. Like, I would just lose control of my character. Because some of his attacks would do that really horrible sort of flinch stun thing. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but you see it with like the belly bump and all that stuff, where you get this really long, drawn-out stun animation, and you can't do any actions out of it, and it's really hard to tell when it ends. So I would end up just having to spam the hell out of the B button just to try and get out of it, and that would often get me roll caught by other attacks. And it just felt absolutely horrible trying to deal with that. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the Godskin Noble in ERR. I prefer him in vanilla. Sometimes mods make changes to things that I think just make them worse. And I think Godskin Noble is worse, because I do not have much fun with him. Right. Now that I've got my ERR hate speech out of the way, we did get the Stargazer Heirloom, which is in the most stupid location in the entire game, and why it hasn't been moved at this point, I have no idea. Everyone and their mother has made suggestions to move this damn thing to a point where it's actually useful, but yeah, +6 intelligence, locked in an area that requires you to be level 108. And at that point you can't spare 6 points into intelligence for whatever you need. I don't know what you're doing wrong, but you're doing something wrong. And then obviously the curse mark of death. Like, I think I've mentioned it before, that ERR to me has always been sort of a mixed bag. Like a really, like, it's like a, it's like you've just gone, like you've picked up some wizard's, like, storage bag that's got infinite storage in it, and just reaching into it and occasionally grabbing stuff out. Occasionally it's all gems and diamonds and magical artifacts, all this really cool stuff, and occasionally it's just like a wad of giant shit. And that's ERR to me. A lot of it is really good, but a lot of it is questionable and frustrating to deal with. It's a very good mod, and I will always recommend it and say that I'm always one that's going to keep playing it because there's so many factors of it that make it just a better Elden Ring experience, but there are also so many things that ERR does that just seem to make things harder or to frustrate the player, like deliberate frustration. I feel like Elevator Noble is one of those that the community is well aware of and just kind of accepts as a bit of a meme these days. But there could have been more work done to the Noble on the elevator to make it less of a nuisance and less annoying. Like, the belly bumps are unchanged from vanilla, as far as I can tell. They, at least with me, I'm not sure if it's with others as well, but I can't react dodge to those belly bumps at all. I seem to do the movement for the belly bump, I push B, and by the time that's gone off, I'm getting hit by it. So it's a guaranteed hit for me every single time, unless I'm dodging it in advance, picking up every single combo, which is not realistic to rely on. And so, like, it's one of those things where it's like, ERR has made something that's interesting and an interesting idea, but then they've kind of just left it at that, and they've put little bits of work into it, fixing up certain things, like not being able to crit it and stuff like that, but then there are still fundamental issues there that just haven't been fixed. And that's the issue with a lot of ERR's content, is they put out content and then they just tend to accept it as good, and it doesn't receive many meaningful changes to it. Yeah. That's a bit of an ERR rant there. I don't know. It's a complicated mod to like because of how much I am critical of it. Which I guess comes from the fact that I do quite like this mod and I want it to be better. But, yeah, it's a difficult mod to love, that's for damn sure. So, yeah, I think I'll stop rambling now. But, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on ERR. Like, it's a really good mod, really worth playing, but there are definitely areas where things need to be improved, and they haven't seen the improvement in years, or they've been changed by ERR in some way, and then ERR sticks to its guns, and it's just stuck like that. Like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that just makes no sense. From a perspective of someone who, at least when I was modding Dark Souls 3, my perspective was always what would be fun for the player, and trying to make things as fun for the player, and I feel like ERR sometimes goes out of its way to make things less fun for the player. But, whatever.
How did you with this and claim you are mine?
It's still got lots of fun new stuff though. Like, I'm not saying ERR is all not fun, I'm saying parts of it aren't fun. And I think Master Mode is a big part of that as well. Like, I am making this mod worse myself by playing Master Mode. So, yeah. Always recommendation is avoid the harder difficulties in ERR unless you really enjoy ERR, because you will just end up hating the mod to such a point that you won't be able to play it anymore. In my case, because I do enjoy the mod, I can put up with these harder difficulties and all the issues with ERR they bring, just simply because I enjoy the mod that much. I think that's probably the best way to put it. I enjoy the mod enough to overlook all the horrible stuff at times, but it's not stopping me from complaining about it, if that makes sense.
I will, and it the new as the rules brandished stay the by becoming. I will to conceive brandish stay the by becoming.
Okay, you can just fast travel after that, and that'll speed up the dialogue, and you just get back to her to talk to her again. At least I've got a bunch of content built up, so when I have to edit this one, it won't be quite so bad.
This is but I choose and I will who will inherit what great. This is but I am satisfied. I choose and I will who will inherit what great.
Cool. And you can see Fia is now slumped over against Godwin, and we can enter the deathbed dream. I wonder... Yeah, no, it's not showing the appropriate level here. I think Prince of Death's Throne, this grace here, I think it should say the actual level for this Dragon Fortress Axe. Because there's not really anything signifying to the player that Lich Dragon Fortress Axe is at such a high level. Fairly sure he's at the same level as Thorum Azula. At least last time I played, so I'm gonna leave him. We're gonna pop back to Round Table real quick. We're gonna pop back to the Gilded Court because I've got to have a look there. Because I believe we should have something here. Yes. Another 2. Awesome. Because, yeah, we are at 55%. Lovely. That's 3 Starlight tokens. Not that many. We also have the Radiant Baldican's Blessing. This here is, I believe it's infinite. Yeah, so you can see it lasts forever. And this also, I think, just boosts your poise while it's in your inventory. I'm not 100% too sure on that. Also, other stuff we picked up that I forgot to look at, Lucidity. So, cures sleep and madness, increases concentration, and decreases the FP cost sorceries. So that last part's obviously new, so that's pretty nice. We got the Godskin Noble set, which increases damage negation when in the presence of Black Flame, so pretty good. We got the Fortune of the Godslayers, which is a pretty interesting fortune. Let's take a look at that. And also let me grab one of those. Awesome. Right. Fortunes wise? No bold? No cunning. Yes, cunning, okay. An Avenger of the Gloom-Eyed Queen wielding Black Flame with a one-handed weapon. The unique mechanic is Black Flame Eulogy. Decreases the FP cost of skills. Slightly increases dexterity. Greatly decreases HP restoration from Flask. Greatly decreased damage when two-handing. And deals decreased damage when power stancing. So you got a one hand. Increases the duration of Black Flame effects applied by incantations. In the presence of Black Flame, greatly increases cast speed, greatly increases stamina consumption, greatly increases, well, not greatly, increases damage negation, decreases the FP cost of incantations, staying in the presence of Black Flame for an extended time, increases the effectiveness of the next used Crimson Flask, and slightly increases damage taken when not in the presence of Black Flame. So it's all about Black Flame and one-handing. So yeah, you could do Black Flame Blade on a weapon and have some with that. Obviously is going to give you a little bit of dexterity as well, but obviously probably going to want to do some faith for all of the incantation stuff, using the Black Flame incantations. Black Flame Blade, Black Fireball, or whatever it's called, all that stuff. I think if I go to my inventory, I can see all the ones we've got. Yeah, Scouring Black Flame, Noble Presence, you know, all that sort of stuff. There's a bunch that we haven't bought yet, so yeah. And how many deaths are we at? We're at 1,500 yet. 1487. What level is War Dead? War Dead apparently is level 81, which I still don't trust, so I haven't done War Dead, but I'm going to leave War Dead. We're done with that. So I think in terms of Overworld, all we've got left is Draconic Tree Sentinel, and then in the Underground, all we've got left is the Iron Cell. Which, yeah, I think we'll head over to the Iron Cell, and it'll be our next destination. Not too sure how far down the Iron Cell we're going to go. But yeah, it's level 108, and we are level 119, so we should be okay, hopefully. But yeah, I'll say once again, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Take care, guys. Have a good one.